What up, y'all? I'm Nick, and that's Betty. And welcome to Betty and Friends, a channel dedicated to the community and culture of the Volkswagen bus family, specifically split windows, bay windows, Vanagons. This episode, Blanchester, Ohio. Let's do it. Hey, and real quick before we meet Charlie, do the tour and the interview, I recently had to say goodbye to my second dog, my son, Goober. He was a stray dog I found in Red River Gorge in 2017. He'd had a couple growths, and we'd had multiple surgeries, and I had a GoFundMe with people that will sacredly be in my heart forever, and we got every second. Goober was truly my son, and it's been an adjustment, and I miss him. I had the honor of walking him thousands of miles, truly. Him and Autumn, and even Marcus I used to carry on in a backpack, and we'd walk usually 2 a day, sometimes 3, even 4, and a mile a day, 365 over the years, roughly between 2,800 miles. I say that I walked Goober across the United States in a way. So, but also, as I've lost, Charlie had just recently lost his dog, Mr. Wilson. So it's a very fitting episode. So if you don't watch the whole episode, I get it. Life's short. But if you could at least skip to the end, and I'm going to put some photos of Goober and Mr. Wilson, and I know it would mean the world to me and mean the world to Charlie, and to just honor and commemorate our dogs. So with that, let's meet Charlie and let's do the thing. So. Awesome. Charlie! Yes, sir. What's up, man? Oh, it's a pleasure, man. It's great to be here. It's nice to meet you. You too. I love your collection. Start us through us. We're here. What's the name of this bus here?
This is my 74 Westie that I call Althea.
Althea, okay.
I've had her I think I bought this one in 2008.
Okay.
Bus-wise, it's pretty much original.
Okay.
Other than some minor tweaks on the interior.
Okay.
It's just an old bus, man.
Yeah, right. I hear you. Yeah.
2 liter or 1800.
Okay. Okay.
Engine.
Okay.
It's rusty and crusty, but it's reliable.
Right.
It's probably my favorite. I've had it for a while, and honestly, I have ever been a metal to fix it. I just can't bring myself because they only got original paint once.
Yeah, you're right. So it is. It's original paint. Yeah, the history on it, man. I mean, you can't replicate that.
One of these days, though, I'm gonna go ahead and doll it up.
Okay.
Just haven't got around to it.
No, I hear you. And you know, we'll take a cruise and we'll drive this one around. I guess let's see. Well, let's look at the interior here real quick. These seats too. So, where did these seats come from here?
Them are out of a
gorgeous.
Them's out of a Dodge Town and Country. Them's the stow and go seats.
Okay. I love it.
I made some brackets for them and whatnot.
Okay.
They're nice because you recline a little bit.
And so you did. You had to weld a different bracket, or forward in there. Okay.
Make some brackets.
And these tires too. Now these are grabbers, but you were telling me.
Them's AT grabbers, they're grabbers. They're all-terrains. They do pretty good on buses.
Okay.
And actually, them rims, them are 15-inch rims off of a Eurovan, steel Eurovan.
Oh, okay.
Because it's easier to buy 15-inch tires now than it is to buy 14-inch tires.
Right, okay.
So that's kind of why I did that. But the bolt pattern, everything's the same.
I see the exhaust, so you are running a diesel heater or heater of some kind?
Yeah, I got a diesel heater, got some plumbing goes in and up under the dash.
Okay.
There's a tank.
There's a tank, okay, right.
Heater's under there.
Okay.
Also run a solar unit with a 2,000 watt inverter. It has panels up in the storage.
Okay, and we try to get. Okay, there we go. Okay.
And that just built the double benches because the appliances, I never used them anyways, and they didn't work.
Yeah. And this still is a bed, correct?
Oh, yeah.
So you get a lot of space. It's almost like one giant bed.
It pretty much is.
That's amazing. Okay.
Storage.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, right. Dinner table. That's what's nice about yours folding flat down. It's right out of the way. But yeah, so much space, man.
I was actually in the process. Something was going on. I think I might have it now, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay. It started popping through the carburetors today for some reason.
Okay. Yeah, there's just so much space. And the curtains, were they original? Did you add those?
No, them come out of a junk pop-up camper that somebody gave me, and I took the material out of it. It was like new, and it was ugly, and I thought, man, what a better thing to put in.
Oh man, it goes with the color and everything. It really does. And the awning. So yeah, you've got this as well.
That's just one of them cheap Napa awnings.
Okay.
Used to be able to get them for $100. I don't know what they are now.
Okay.
I made the brackets for it.
Nice. Okay.
Oh yeah. Like I said,
I see him. Right. Okay.
Just
oh wow.
Just a beat up old bus.
I love the plates. We'll go taking a peek in the other side. Actually, let's check out the engine real quick.
Yeah.
And then I love the license plate addition for the body work though. It's great.
Yeah, that was easier to do.
And you said it's pretty standard
It's got the
Yes.
The 1800. It does have dual 40 carbs on it.
Okay.
Other than that, it's pretty much built back as a stock engine.
Okay. Have you pulled it out and done anything?
Yes,
okay.
It's actually fairly new. It's probably, since the rebuild, it's probably only got like 600-800 miles on it.
Okay.
That.
Yeah.
That was, when was it? That was in the fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, real recent.
Yeah.
Those carbs are clean. My God, they. Where did those come from?
Them come from Ready Line. Them's Weber's.
Okay.
Ready Line, so
they look great.
You pay a little more, but they're real Weber's.
Yeah.
And when you get them, they'll put whatever jets you want in them.
Okay.
So pretty much you get tuned carburetors when you get them from them.
Okay. And then let's check out those license plate on the side. I love that. I was checking that out earlier. There they are.
Free
yes.
Rust holes.
Yes. And I love about buses, everyone's got their own stickers, got their own and one thing, yes. Now, was that Mr. Wilson's collar?
Yeah,
that was. We're gonna
my dog Wilson that passed away here.
Shout out Mr. Wilson. Yeah, and I just lost Goober, so it's very fitting that we pay homage to our dogs. I'll show my Goober collar in a bit. And then since we're here, walk us through this van again. So what year is this van again?
So this van again's an 87.
Okay.
It was a 87 full Westie.
Okay.
I had it for about 3 weeks, and the 2.1 in it blowed up.
Okay.
So I put a Subaru swap in it, which then ended up turning into another Subaru swap.
Okay. Yeah.
Engine troubles.
Okay.
Yeah, this one here, it's set up pretty much. It goes down the road pretty well.
Okay.
Does hills good, climbs good. It's got a little bit of upgrades. I put the all-terrains on it, truck mirror.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna ask about the
Bottom
mirror.
of it, that's a truck liner for.
Okay. And the bumper, we were talking about that. Are these indicators always here, or were these upgrades as well?
No, they was there, but them's just I replaced them with some. Took the yellow ones out and put smoke ones in.
That bumper, it's just such a mean front. It really is. And I love the color. I love this sticker. This is a good one. Yeah.
LED headlights.
Yep.
Turn signals, all marker lights.
Yep.
Got the halo rings on it.
And you were telling me too, like you kind of keep the grill off so you can bleed it, which is great. Easy access.
Because that's a new radiator and a new coolant tank in the back. And I haven't quite got all the air out of it.
Okay. Yep.
It needs to go on a long drive and just keep messing with it.
Okay. Yeah, well, let me just check out the interior here real quick. Pretty standard layout, but you upgraded trucker fridge, a 12-volt fridge.
Truck fridge.
Okay.
It's
yeah, man.
See, looks like it's 38 degrees in there now, sitting out here, and it's 86.
Do you run it almost full time?
Yeah, it stays on.
That's awesome. That's great.
There's a under here I got set up with some Optimas.
Yeah. Oh wow.
No solar on this one yet or anything, but it's got a charger.
Okay.
But them batteries, they if I bring it in, I plug it in, they last for 2 days by themselves.
Okay. Yeah.
If I plug it in anywhere, the fridge kicks over to 120 volt.
Okay.
And then the batteries have time to recharge.
Man, that's awesome. It's a great layout. Oh, and real quick while we're here, I love these. So what's the history here?
So I've kind of been in the bus business for a little bit.
Okay.
Me and a couple friends.
Okay.
We went down to a place pretty much side of a mountain in Kentucky and bought a whole bunch of parts.
Okay. Yeah, dude.
That bus was beyond. There was no.
Yeah.
So it was like while we was there, we just got out the saws and the grinders, started taking the noses off of them. We make good wall art.
Yeah. Oh, dude, and it lives on. It lives on. I love it. It's man, if there's ever a front emblem for any garage, that's the one, dude. It looks great. It's most iconic front ever. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's
yes, sir.
Nothing fancy, but you know, it's cool. A lot of people.
Oh
people to ask about it.
Very fitting.
Yeah.
And then while we're here, I can't remember. Is it super accessible?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll take a quick peek just to see it here. There's a lot of work you put into it. There we go.
K25.
Okay. Yes, sir.
It's if I was going to do one again, if I honestly was going to do one again with the wiring, I would probably go to the Frankenmotor with a 2.2 and a 2.5 and put them together.
Okay.
Because they got a lot more torque. They're like,
haven't heard about that. Okay.
So the 2.2s are they're real peppy. The 2.2s are. A lot of people have them.
Okay.
Them's the ones that the guys are running like $5-6 grand all the time because they just you couldn't kill them.
Okay.
Plus they was non-interference motors, so if you broke a timing belt, you broke a timing belt. You could.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. This is new. Okay. Yeah.
You break a timing belt,
that's it.
You're out of business.
I did not know that. Yeah, that's really interesting.
So guys are building. They call it, my buddy's in the process of a Frankenmotor. It's a
Frankenmotor. Yes.
I don't want to tell you backwards. It's either the bottom half one and the head's from the other, or the head. You know.
I was wondering what the combo would be. That's interesting.
So you get the torque and at a lower compression maybe or higher compression. I'm not 100%.
Yeah. Well, it'd be cool. Like if people comment down below or as information comes out, I never even knew that they could do that. So that was news to me. That's really cool. Really cool.
Other than that, this thing, like I said,
gorgeous shape. Yeah.
It's pretty dirty right now.
Was the top always that color?
No.
Okay.
Neither was the bottom.
Okay.
Back in the.
It's mean looking.
Like a few months ago.
Okay.
There was some seam rust back in here.
Okay. Yep.
So I have another bus part. I got a buddy that's out in the country that I can drop anything off there. So when you need parts, you go cut. So we went out and cut some metal out of it. Okay. Put some new metal in there.
Looks great.
Fixed it. Welded it up. Put some the truck bed liner stuff was already on there, a different color.
Yeah.
We just taped it off and painted the bottom black.
Looks so clean, man.
Well, I had the top off. I was like, I wonder what it would look like.
Looks so good.
So after we did it, man, I'm like, oh man, this is great.
I
almost want to get rid of every piece of chrome on it now.
Yeah, it does. It just and then new canvas, I think, right? Yep, yeah. And it goes with it. I mean, it really has a great theme. It does.
The canvas, man, I'd rather pay somebody to put one of them in there.
So yeah, you did do that one.
That's not a job for me.
Yeah.
At all.
I had a buddy, or you know, a guy I know, Sean Boson, and he had done some installations, and I mean, there's no way I was gonna be able to do it. It having those hands or even the knowledge, but man, you did a great job. I mean, you could tell it looks good. Yeah. You did a really great job.
And like it's pretty decent to where, like I said, I didn't really want it, and plus with the black top, and even if you go somewhere, if you're trying to stealth camp and you don't pop the top,
yes,
this thing can sit in a parking lot. Nobody will really
for sure know what's going on. And then Old Glory, man, walk us through this. I love it. I love it.
So
yes.
That one there, that's a 68 bay window. Early, so that's like a August of 67 bay window. Okay. So that Volkswagen's model year switch in August. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, okay, I did not.
So buses, like, so it's a 68, but it'll say 8 of 67.
Okay.
So that's like one of these first bay windows. How it got here, I don't know, because you would have thought they would all stayed in Germany.
Yeah.
But it's, I picked it up here a couple years ago. Guy had it. He was never going to get around to finishing it. Yeah. So I've got it now. I got a motor. It's got a built motor in it, transmission, everything's ready to go. I just lack of time.
No, well, yeah, and you've got so much going on, and it's neat. Was this was one of the transporter styles where they had the bench seats because the windows had the smoker seats? Okay, or smoker windows.
Yeah, the windows, which I have no seats, but I was going.
Yeah. You can build anything you want.
Yeah, honestly, what I was going to do is I was going to slam this thing on the ground.
That would be awesome. All right, okay.
Yeah, somewhat of a rat rod kind of.
Yeah, I love them. I do.
Line the whole thing interior, the whole interior with street signs.
Oh, nice. That's a first. Okay. Yeah. I have not. The roof rack, did it come with the roof rack?
No.
Okay.
Actually,
it's beautiful.
I acquired that. Them are really getting hard to find. Okay. Unless you want to pay big bucks for one.
I'm sure I can imagine. Yeah, the mounting alone.
I acquired that not too long ago, and I threw it on there, and I thought, man, that just set it off. Now it almost makes me want to get back on it and finish it. Now.
Yeah,
which I have everything to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, just time.
It's cool seeing the inside. Yeah. No, it is. It
needs a front floor.
Okay.
Like I said, the floor shot.
Yeah, man.
But most buses are.
She's old, and man, this is. I mean, like you said, it literally went from split window to this bus, basically.
So 68's a lot of, which kind of a pain in the butt, really.
Okay.
It's 1 year only parts.
I didn't know that, really. So it's a one of itself, basically.
So
fascinating.
That rear view mirror is a 1 year only part. As you notice, there's no wiper arms on here because the wiper arms are a 1 year only part.
Wow.
I have one of them that was on there. Somebody else must have used the other one.
Okay.
The rear brakes, it's drum brakes all the way around, but the rear brakes are a 1 year only. And then this here's that's
because mine's that pull.
That's a 1 year only too.
So it's tricky. And is it hard to find? Is it like Bus Depot's a lot, but is it really hard to find those 1 year parts?
Yeah,
it is.
It really is. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why a lot of people like the brakes and stuff. They just get rid of them and do disc brake conversions on them.
For sure. Yeah,
other
the
than that,
early
like
vents.
I said, it's I got almost everything. It's right now in storage. Look,
yeah. There she is.
Especially Volkswagen
the
parts,
CVs, yes.
Subaru parts,
bumpers, yes sir.
Bumpers.
Yeah, man, look at all that. Yeah, the Subaru parts. Yeah, it's like a museum. A lot of
it's other than that,
it'll look great though.
It's just.
And it's it's in good metal condition. Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, my God, it's not. It's for its age.
For some reason, you'll figure this out if you
check out those engines too. There, yeah.
So, it's
yeah, man, it's clean. It's clean.
I feel bad that I haven't finished it.
Yeah, but it's a great place to start to really do what you're talking about.
So, early bay windows, right?
Okay. Yep.
You'll see a lot of them with this damage in the back of them. Okay. Reason being is because you had to take the back bumper off, and that valance was laying in there. I got it all. You take it out, and that made it a whole lot easier to take the motor out. Guys never put the back bumpers back on them.
Oh, God.
So, a lot of these things have damage right on the bottom sides of...
Right.
I know, yeah.
And that's got to be really hard to find if it's missing.
Yeah.
I guess you'd almost damn have to make one. Fabricate it or something, I guess. But But I mean, what a beautiful collage for real of, I mean, the Vanagon's in unbelievable condition. I love Althea. I mean, that's, and we'll ask that during the interview, you know, when you got it, yada, yada. And I mean, and I mean, this is a piece of history.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a, you know, literally that was basically the first bay. I mean, it really, really was.
It's like I said, that's really the whole reason I've kept it and haven't got rid of it yet too. Because a lot of people ask, but it's, nah, I better hold on to that one.
Yeah. Yeah, a man in his buses. I love it. Well, Charlie, we'll hit the road here in just a minute, and we'll get the proper interview. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Go with that. Okay. All right, Charlie. Let's do it, man.
All right.
Charlie, Althea. How did you get Althea?
I had quite a few buses over the years. I started out as a guy that bought buses for the transmissions and engines for the whole dune buggy thing, and then used to be able to get them real cheap, and you know, it's a shame you take the motor and the transmission and you jump the bus. Then I started admiring buses a little more when they was getting harder to find. And, I've had quite a few buses over the years, but honestly, this probably is my favorite one.
Okay.
I acquired it. And
where did you find it? Was it in Ohio?
A friend of mine had it that lives in Ashland, Kentucky.
Okay.
And he's a bus guy too.
Okay.
He had it, and I got it from him.
Okay.
And I've been
went down there and picked it up then. Okay.
Yeah, drove it home.
Okay.
I've been camping. We camp a lot. Volkswagen bus camp, and it's probably my all-time favorite. I've had it longer than any of them.
It's neat too, because you know, Betty looks like Betty, but that is truly what Betty once was, orange. Yes. And you also told me that's the original paint, correct?
Yes, yes.
From the factory. That's how she. And there's not many, but I obviously can't say that. I still see parts of the orange, but it's neat because see, Betty was a pop top, literally just like this before the high top. So it's kind of neat. It's Betty in a way.
Yeah. For sure.
And what year? When did you acquire it?
2009, I want to say.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
No, scratch that. 11. I got this one in 11.
I got Betty in 2011. No
Okay,
kidding.
yeah,
Okay.
11.
I got Betty in October. When did you? What month?
I've not. It was cold out still, so it was in the spring.
Okay. 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 Yeah. And then well, that leads me to, so what through the years? What's been your favorite trip in Althea so far?
I've took it to a few bus campouts. My friend Frank puts one on in Columbus, or North of Columbus, the Dixie Bus Camp out in Mount Vernon. He does that in August every year.
Okay.
Been there a few times with her, and
Okay.
it's a pretty good sized camp out. A lot of buses show up there, and we go there. Trying to think if I had this. I go to Kelly's Island too for their camp. The leak oil groups camp out.
Do they have a?
October.
I didn't know. I've been
Yeah.
to Put in Bay. I've never been to Kelly's.
Yeah.
Leak oil. Okay.
Leak Oil's another Volkswagen group club. The Lake Erie oil.
I see. Okay.
It's
Okay.
Lake Erie area.
Air cooler.
Air cooled combi.
Okay.
Collector, something, I don't know, whatever all the letters stand for.
Okay.
But they put on a camp out at in August or October, second week of October every year. They've been doing it for.
I'll have to try to check it out this year. That's I
Yeah.
didn't know. I've been to Put in Bay. I didn't know.
You
That's cool.
Catch the ferry over Kelly's, and you go down there and camp out at the campground they rent.
Very cool. Okay.
Cool.
I've actually not asked this question, but I thought of it. Do you have any breakdown stories?
Oh man, tons of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
one that makes stand out or anything?
In this one, let's see. I probably, no. This one here is more of running out of gas because the gas gauges never worked.
Yeah, mine's all jacked up too.
Speed odometer works, 150 miles and fill it back up.
Okay.
Sometimes you give or take a little bit, but no, actually this one I don't think it's ever
reliable.
stranded anywhere other than gas.
Maybe it's the orange bus. Betty's been pretty reliable. I mean, really, I've had issues, but nothing, I'm notorious. And then, so what do you do? What are maintenance advice? What do you do to keep Althea alive?
This one here, really just the small things and fine tune and check. Really, in all honesty, just make sure you got the proper fluids in it. Don't run it low on oil. Try not to get it hot.
Right. Do you have any oil leak I did in my old one, or is yours pretty tuned up in that sense?
It's pretty tuned up now.
That's nice.
It's kind of fresh engine still.
Kind of a rarity, yeah.
I think it drips a little bit from where the mechanical fuel pump was and the plate there, but nothing
not bad.
Drastic. Yeah, a little drop here and there.
There was a guy, we went to buses nowhere near the Arch. It was in, and he had a leak, and I'll never forget, we were in a small caravan, and just over mile after mile, this oily haze would get on the front of the bus, because it just blows up.
Yeah.
And then, through the time, what looking into the future, do you have a dream trip, a dream, that you would like to go to take Althea to?
Yeah.
In the future?
I would probably, actually, somewhere down the road, I would probably like to go do the Colorado thing and go out through there and check out a lot of buses out there and stuff. And I'm not sure if I'd do that or take something that was water cooled.
You're right. Yeah. Or the Vanagon.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But that would be a good one.
Yeah. It was neat. I had the honor. It was an old Betty motor before I did the conversion. I drove Betty from basically right over Clifton in Cincinnati. Yeah. We drove from there out to Reno, Nevada. We went through and up through Wyoming. I did 3 oil changes in 2 weeks.
Man,
and we went out there, went to Burning Man, and then when I left, the dust and everything, I taped up the air vents and whatever. But that was, I mean, it is. There's something about getting out that way, and it's but that people they underestimate these engines.
Yeah, I guess it's because it's more open out there too. That's another. Get away from all the hustle and bustle.
Yeah. I remember, because it was in the old, the 2-liter style pancake, and I would get so much speed going down the hill, and it was hold out 4th gear as long as possible going up, and then right at the end you have to switch to 3rd. But do you have a favorite interstate, a favorite road, some places you really enjoy cruising, or is it just getting lost in it, just doing it?
Just taking off. But from here, a good little run, you can go down, head out 68 down to the Ohio River and down
Okay.
52. It's nice, and you run along the river.
Okay.
Come back through the country and come back up. And
That
a
is
big
neat. So
loop,
you
yeah.
can do a bit. Okay.
Yeah, it's,
okay.
It's probably like a 2.5 hour loop from here.
Be a nice one, yeah.
Nice little run. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to do more of the 50. It sounds goofy, but I'd love to do Point Pleasant, Mothman, you know,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but it's along the river, I believe,
Yeah,
and then
it
you
is.
take
Yeah,
the,
you can
the
take
bridge,
it all the way around, yeah.
which is neat. You know, and I guess that leads me to what from, you know, well, actually last two. So how old were you when you got into Volkswagens? When did that all come
Man,
about?
I was 19, 20 years old.
Okay. What was the first one?
Well, getting into the dune
The
buggies.
dune buggies, that was
cars,
it then.
yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, man, I kick myself in the ass all the time. All them old split window buses and
Right.
early bays. We get them for $400 or $500 and yank them everything transmissions out of them
Right.
and then send them to the junkyard. And now it's like,
oh God.
what was I thinking?
Right.
25 years ago. You
Right.
know?
This one guy told me a story. I think his name's John Flowers. I went camping and he brought gorgeous green split window, had the single little pop in the, and then the iconic looking split
Yeah,
window.
yeah.
He told me a story. I hope to interview him at some point. He told me a story. I'll never forget it. He got his split window bus right around Y2K. Everyone was paranoid, scared to death. He traded a generator for that bus. It's like, and I mean, my God, and now.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you know, they were scared to death. They wanted the generator, didn't need the bus, and, you know, and here we are. But when he told me that, I'm like, but you're right. I mean, talk about, but even our buses, I mean, bays are getting up there.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
for
they
sure.
all,
Yeah.
I got Betty for 4,200 and like that was, you know, and found mine on eBay and, you know, the rest is history and whatever. But, well, and over the years, what have you learned from owning, you know, Althea and even just the Volkswagen culture in general?
Just take your time. Don't get in a hurry.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a Vanagon, then you can. You move a
With a
little quicker.
Subaru.
Yeah, with Subaru engine.
Yeah. It's the last guy, Colin. He did some rear suspension work, and he was the episode before the interview before this one.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be a very common, because it's true. I mean, and you can learn it in other ways in life, but I mean, seriously, like just taking your time.
Yeah.
You know, when you're rushing it, you'll snap bolts or, you know, and I mean, oh my God, there's been so many times, so many frustrations.
Oh, yeah,
but you
for
learn, it's like a rip current. You know, if you swim against it, you'll drown. But if you kind of just, and there's so many lessons. I'm sorry, but they're more than just vehicles to me. They're really, it's kind of wild how many things you can learn just from owning an old bus.
Yep.
You know,
like I said, you can right here, man. Pull up, open the door, and have your cooler. What else? I mean,
honestly,
for the weekend, really.
You know, and it doesn't really get any better than that,
for sure.
And it's neat too. You know, and with this episode, you've got your Mr. Wilson's collar up there,
Yeah.
and I've got Goober here. It's
Yeah.
it's a special moment. You know, since we're on it, we can ask anything. What Mr. Wilson, like, what, you know, because I want to honor both of our dogs in this episode. Talk just briefly a little bit about Mr. Wilson. Kind of how did you get him? What, maybe a memory from that?
Yeah, chocolate lab that somebody pretty much abandoned in the country. People we knew got him. They had dogs already. Wasn't going to work out with them, so they asked if we'd take him, and me and my wife, we hadn't been married very long. We joint family, you know. She had some children, I had some children. He showed up, man. The kids loved him, and it's great. And then we had him. Like I said, he pretty much the whole time our kids was being raised. Honestly, we got him when our youngest was 4 years old. They're now 15.
Their whole life, truly,
pretty much. Good dog, man. He'd go anywhere. Never, ever mean to anybody. Everybody, he's a great dog, man. He's like one you could ask him if he wanted to go somewhere, and he would be in there on the front seat before you get the door open, you know. And age caught up with him, you know. And
like Goober,
he was had some health problems, so wasn't no need making him suffer any longer.
No, it was the same with Goober.
Yeah, it's a shame.
And it's neat. I've got Marcus's collar, and and adding Goober, it's kind of hard adding them, but you know what? I love having it in the bus with me because
he loved it, man.
They're with us, you know, forever. Truly, they're as long as we are, they are. I really believe that.
Yeah,
you know,
that's why I say too. And like I said, you got him. He'd ride in the front. You roll down the window. He'd have his head out the whole ride, no matter where he's going, what it was, middle of winter, summer. He was happy dog to be riding in a bus. He just kind of thought that was his thing.
Yeah, and they are really direct reflections of their owners.
Yeah.
You know, like when they're not aggressive or, you know what I mean? The behavior of an animal, a lot is effective its environment.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Oh, yeah, he was well loved. That's for sure, man.
Goober was too, man. Mr. Wilson and Goober. That's what this episode is about.
Appreciate
you know, and
that. Appreciate that.
It's you know, and forever.
Yeah.
And Charlie, it's been honestly, it's an honor meeting you. I look forward to getting some camping at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for taking the time.
Summer's just getting started. We'll be doing some run around. I'll turn you on to a few more people in the area.
We got interviews coming. I love it.
There's quite a few campouts within a few hours of here all summer long. I'll get you a list of them. And
yeah. In a way, it'll be cool. It'll be great to see as it continues to grow.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I kind of love that about Betty and Friends. It'll just, you know, because it's not about me. It's about Betty, and it's about you, and it's about Althea, and it's about, you know, Colin, and it's about PJ, his bus, and wherever it goes from there. That's what I love most about it. Is it's such an amazing culture to be a part of, and it's just an honor to do this. And because, man, there are some cool people with some cool stories.
I don't think anybody's ever, that I know of, I've never been anywhere Volkswagen people where I've had any issues with anybody, honestly.
Yeah.
And everybody's willing to help. Everybody kind of understands.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're like a great breed, man. It's Bus Brother Charlie. Man, absolutely thank you, dude. All right, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Betty, Althea, you know it. Blanchester. Charlie, that was a great interview, man. I drive in one of these, it never gets old. If you're struggling and going through a tough time, I get it, man. Life's hard. Reach out to somebody. Reach out to each other. You know, as often as we think we're alone, we're not alone. The Crazy Horse Monument in the Dakotas. Talk to each other about it. Bring awareness. The Wounded Warrior Project. To those who've served, who've sacrificed, we as Americans see you, respect you. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend, now more than ever. My father did 2 tours in Vietnam. He was a corpsman in the field, being from a military family. Respect, 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 respect. Steve Herzog, friends of mine in the military, respect, respect, respect. Adopt, don't shop. If you own dogs, walk them. When you go out, tip, tip more. 5, 10, 20. Look out for each other. None of us make it out alive. You know, it's like the movie Gladiator, what we do in this life. Truckers, truly. And, you know, it was really, Charlie was an amazing person, and it was really awesome to interview him. And we both lost dogs recently. I lost Goober, and I have not experienced grief on that level. Goober was truly my son, and he's right here and will always be. Mr. Wilson, you could tell he meant the world to Charlie, and I didn't have the honor of meeting Mr. Wilson, but I met Charlie, and in a way I did. This episode shout out Hanat from Red Eye Chess. He's a phenomenal chess player. Taught me some incredible things. Check out his channel, Red Eye Chess. Till the next one, y'all. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Inhale, exhale. Till the next one. Hey, and before we get out of here, real quick, if you enjoyed the episode, please make sure that you don't like or subscribe. And if you could do us both a favor, if you can go ahead and click that thumbs down button, it'd be greatly appreciated.